there's so much more that goes into it than just being in possession of the weapon, right? So it's like, how do we keep people in check? Basically, people who shouldn't have their hands on these type of weapons because they pose as a threat to society. How do we make sure that we avoid getting those in people, that we avoid having those in the wrong people's hands, but without it being felt like, or measures being taken to where people feel like their rights are
So
being
like,
taken
I'll
away.
just explain to you, like, we haven't even closed existing loopholes in our system. So like, we can't even pretend that we've tried to solve this problem because we have loopholes that have caused mass unaliving that still exist in many states in this country. And
Mhm.
so, I mean, we haven't even closed loopholes. So like, there's been no effort to prevent this from happening. And once Sandy Hook happened, and then you saw literally next to no response to prevent this from happening again, I was pretty sure that there never would be, and there hasn't been since. But listen, that I don't want to get too far off topic, right? Just as it pertains to the Constitution, right?
Mhm.
She's not talking about taking your firearms before any form of due process. He is. So when it comes to what's unconstitutional, that's unconstitutional. A voluntary buyback program is not an unconstitutional action, right? I cited for you the deportation operation. He doesn't respect due process. For him specifically, we saw the Freedom Caucus stand outside the courthouse and attack a judge and a witness and a witness's children and a jury and every aspect of the court system. Politicians dressed all the same as Donald Trump, the Freedom Caucus, trashing the judicial system that they want to weaponize against you. The same system they want to weaponize against you, they're trashing when he's being held accountable. They don't have any respect for due process whatsoever. Whatsoever. Even in terms of proposals like for the unhoused, arresting and relocating people to individual large parcels of land against their will. Arrest, relocate. That's a violation of your right to due process. How can you arrest and relocate people without any form of due process? You know what I mean? You're arrested and relocated. Now, I'm not even saying that's 100% what the strategy is, but I'm pointing to how vague he is in these proposals. And I'm showing you his lack of respect for due process in other scenarios. And so when you give a vague proposal like that, hey, I want to arrest and relocate the unhoused to internment camps, I'm quite concerned.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, on the other side, right, like you're speaking about like the vagueness, of Trump. I feel like he's being more descriptive about his policies and what he wants to do in comparison to Harris.
No, I know he's offered really big government solutions that are incredibly vague. What's Trump's health care plan? Can you tell me?
Well, he's still working on it, but yeah,
Dude, what do you mean he's still
After
working
nine
on it?
years, after
right.
9 years,
He told us it was 2 weeks away when he was in office, my guy.
Mhm.
This is the problem. What do you mean he's still
Yeah.
working on it? Remember the big packet? This is the point, right? He doesn't
Right.
have a plan. You
Yeah.
can't
Repeal
say
and
the
replace.
words Trump's health care plan with a straight face.
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't have one, But when we look at the Affordable Care Act, I mean, it didn't work. It's unaffordable. I mean,
it
yes,
absolutely worked.
it worked in the sense that everyone had access to the ability to obtain coverage, but the
More
plan
people are
is
covered than ever
is
before.
not
I wouldn't call that
but
a
it's not
failure.
affordable.
More people have coverage. I wouldn't call that than ever before. I wouldn't call that a failure. Okay.
I mean, affordable is a subjective
Look,
word.
this is a different conversation that doesn't pertain to what I'm talking about right now, but I will talk about that a day I'm talking about. I don't want to get too far off
Okay.
topic. The
Yeah,
point
sure.
is this, right? He's vague in his proposals, right?
Mhm.
He gives these, like, I don't know if you saw the Agenda 47 platform on his website prior to taking it off the front page. It was all in video format. It was these weird clips of him like raging at the camera. I mean, concepts of a plan at the debate, like concepts of a plan. What are you talking about? Concepts? It's just, this is just Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Thank you for coming up, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Y'all have a
Annette,
good
real
one.
quick. Annette, real quick. I just want to call you out immediately. Annette, you keep saying stuff in my chat, but yet you're here. You're quite the fan. All right. So I'm going to do you a favor and I'm going to get rid of you. All right. Not because I don't like what you're saying, but because you're creeping me out. Have a good day. See if I can do one more here.
I challenge any veteran that's still supporting Trump right now. I challenge you that if you tell me you can support Trump and the Constitution, I'm calling BS. Period. Because Trump does not stand for our democracy. He wants an autocracy. Period. If you ever wore that uniform and you still support Trump right now, I'm calling it what it is. At the end of the day, I question your commitment to our Constitution, and I question your commitment to our democracy.
Facts. You can't, like, it's literally a contradiction. You know what I mean? How? I mean, no one's made a legitimate case.
The Proud Boys was convicted of seditious conspiracy. Do you understand how rare that charge has been used in
Yes.
American history? The fact that they was convicted of it shows you how far they went. I mean, seditious conspiracy is just basically the cousin of treason, right? And so to go that far, to have that type of overwhelming evidence shows you this is a plan. The fake electors they laid out there January 6th. This was absolutely a plan to overthrow our democracy.
I agree. 100%. I agree. I'm going to go eat lunch. I'll probably be on later. Thanks for coming up, Rick.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Power to the people.
Thanks, Rick. Take care. Guys, I appreciate you coming. Thanks. I appreciate it to everybody who subscribed. I appreciate it contributing to the gifting goal. If you guys would like to support the content, if you enjoy the content, I'd appreciate contributing on Venmo. My Venmo is AdamCRai's, one word. Guys, join the Discord. It's in the link tree in my bio. That way you know when I'm going live. Another really good way to know when I'm going live and watch content that's not on TikTok is on Instagram. My Instagram is in the link tree in my bio. I'd really appreciate going to the link tree in my bio and following me on Instagram. Love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day.